All right, ladies and gents, and my AI agent friends, welcome back to another awesome episode. I'll try to do this quick, okay? Not much to discuss because this is more like a follow up. I'd rather say a version, which I'm going to show you and explain everything in a bit. Stay tuned. I plan on doing a podcast sometimes, in the next episode. And I'm thinking, why not take questions from you? And yeah, take a bunch of questions and turn that into a podcast episode in a way like I can give my 2 cents, respond to the questions. Yeah, let me know if you're interested. You can ask the questions in this video, and I will try to take it. And if not, it's all good. I have a few things I want to discuss about the future, AI agents, AGI, Sam Altman, DeepSeek. So stay tuned. And I will do another episode on 11 Labs, like a complete walkthrough, not breakthrough, complete walkthrough. If you notice, they came out with a lot of features. And this is one of the tools I'm paying, the $22 per month, clearly. And I get about 300,000 something credit. The thing is, it's too much to consume in a month. And I'm just keeping this on the side, even though I don't use it as much. And I will explain all these very soon down the road. What are all these? Like 5 hours ago, 8 hours ago. This is one of the other use cases. We have conversational AI, dubbing, studio, sound, blah, blah, blah. However, keep everything aside. I just want to show you something else, which is, you ready? Yeah. So I tried to do Mimic. And before I come back to this, I wanted to show you something real quick. Yeah, in last episode, I discussed I'm done with AI tools. Here's why I'm leaving mid-journey. Don't seem like people like when I try to save them some money. Hey, I lost one subscriber from that video. I was trying to save money. Fine. I'm not going to save any money, okay? I'm going to just shill AI tools and this and that tools and DeepSeek and LLMs. So prepare to spend a lot of money. All right? You good? And basically this video right here, where I said this free faceless method prints money. So this episode is more of like a follow-up to that one. If you noticed, basically what we did was try to mimic a channel, a popular video, using the Google's podcasting tool, right? So please refer to this. This is the Google's tool, basically. This was done using Google's tool, Notebook LM. I show you exactly the YouTube transcript, how to get the transcript, the thumbnail. So everything is pretty similar. However, the only difference is this time we will be using our own voice, clone voice, for the podcast. And just to give you one example, all right, all the way down, I believe this one, just an example. It's not the polished version. So if you notice, this is the transcript which was taken from one of the popular videos. On the right side, you see this RBL, that's my voice, host. And then you have the second one, Zara Starlight. That's the another AI voice, rather say guest. So just to show you real quick, if I play this, oh, it's regenerating.
The next 4 years of American politics will cost you more for your morning coffee than you could possibly imagine. And that's just the beginning of how Trump's contradictory economic policies might reshape our daily lives.
So yes, same model. Pick a popular topic. All right, I'm coming to this in a bit. You can definitely fix it. The stability, more variable, similarity, style exaggeration, and you can speaker boost. You play with it until you come out with something that actually works for you. And now, going to the chase. Let me show you something real quick. All right, this is the channel I was trying to mimic. And if I told you that the videos are pretty long, 20 minutes, 40 minutes long. And the crazy part of this channel is the voice. Basically, the whole script is taken from the original speaker, right? So over here, literally, because yeah, this is like fair use. They're using multiple different clips, video clips with the same original voice and like literally raking in millions. Some of the views, like literally, Richard Wolff is speaking here for 1 hour. All they did was just swap up the images and videos. That's it. Crazy if you think about it. But we are trying to do something a little different, meaning I didn't get the same result. But again, I'm experimenting. If you go all in, you tweak and test, you can produce 10 videos a day. One probably would stick, get thousands of views, and then you learn from that. Or I could turn them into shorts, 3-minute shorts, if I'm not wrong. Shorts is anywhere from 60 seconds to 3 minutes now, right? But I'm going to play one of the videos so you can actually see how I did this. The numbers are staggering. So same thing. What I did, oh wow, it has 2 likes. I'm surprised. All right, so what did I do? If you go back to my thingy here, right? This is the script. So what I did, I took the script, same way, right? This is a thumbnail, and this is the script. YouTubetranscript.com. All right, I just plugged in. Let's say you take a video from here, just an example. And yeah, sure, why not fix it? Copy link address, right? I'm going to put it right here. Enter. Just watch what happens. Okay? This is just one way to do it. And I've mentioned this in the previous video, so watch it. Pretty much similar way to get the transcript. And all I did, instead of plugging it onto the Notebook LM, Google's, I just plug it onto 11 Labs. See that? That's the main difference of this thing. So again, where is this? Go. You'll see the transcript appear on the right side in a bit. This is a pretty fairly long video, 23 minutes. Some of them are like 40 minutes. You can cut it on. It says loading. It's pretty decent chunk. All right. Let it load. And why do I have this here? Download YouTube thumbnail. So let's say you want to mimic a thumbnail. All right. Just pick one from anywhere here. And let's say this one. All right. You copy link address. You go to the thumbnail here. You paste it here. Get thumbnail image. The thumbnail is right here. Now you can use a screen recorder to just cut out this part and paste it on clip drop, which I do to remove the background. That's it. You're like, isn't this copying? I mean, they all do this. It's called fair use. You take this image and you make it yours with different coloring and whatever. Just showing you one of the ways to get decent thumbnails. All right. If you want to mimic, that's one. All right. And now, again, coming back to this, it says it's loading. It's taking forever. I'm just going to ignore this for now. I think there's just too much server pressure right here. If I could find something little shorter, let's say 5-10 minutes, all of them are like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. How about this one? Copy link address, go back, right? Hoping I'll be able to get something. And another thing to note, if they don't turn on the captions and stuff, that's, yeah, I think there's caption here. For some reason, it's not loading. Too bad. And I'm doing this impromptu. But again, server issues. Just Google YouTube transcript or transcript tools and etc. You'll find some. And this is exactly how I do it. Okay. Right now it's not loading. But again, assuming you get the transcript, you copy the transcript, and you literally paste it right here. Okay. Over here, if you go to Studio, Prev, on the right side, you see create a podcast. We will go through all of these later on. All right. Create a podcast. Over here, upload a document. So you could paste that. Basically, if you go back to this transcript here, you copy the entire transcript once it loads, and you just paste it on a notepad, and you can just upload the notepad, basically. Okay? See? pdf.txt, that's a notepad. So these are, or even WordPad, whatever. Okay? So you just, existing project, interesting. Import from a URL, you could also do that. But however, keeping it simple, all right? I would just upload it, and then simple, format, conversation. You can see bulletin, you have conversation, host voice, you can see RBL, that's mine, right? And then you have the Jessica, guest voice, whoever. And then you can set up model, podcast language, auto detect, standard quality, whatever. And then you generate. Okay, so once you generate, of course, you're going to get this. You'll be able to download this whole, whatever, the audio version. Once you get the audio version, what do? You simply plug it onto the editing tool, whatever editing tool you use, right? So without further delay, I want to actually play this real quick just to show you. And these are all stock images, random stock images. I barely even put in any work, believe it or not. That's why I said, if you put in a little extra work, I think you can do pretty well. All right, so let's play this.
China's economy is growing at nearly double our rate.
This was done in, again, one take, 4 minutes, and easy. Anybody who goes all in can chunk out a lot more videos. You can talk about what's working in terms of, the fear sells all the time, like economy, politics, whatever popular niche, drama. Take the popular videos from there and you can try those things. If you go back to this, you can sort it out by popularity. You can see this was 3 years ago, 18 million views. So you could literally take the transcript of this and add your own version and create a podcast with your own clone voice using 11 Labs and a guest voice. Imagine that. So that's my point of this whole thing, just to show you what's possible, right? So anyway, let me just play this real quick.
India's at triple, yet most Americans are living in complete denial about what this means for our future.
You know what's fascinating about this whole situation? The way we keep telling ourselves this story about American dominance, while the data tells a completely different tale.
Let's look at those numbers because they're mind-blowing. China at 4.8%, India at 7%, while we're sitting at 2.8%. And here's the kicker. This pattern has been consistent for decades.
That really puts things in perspective when you think about how these growth rates compound over time, doesn't it?
Well, it gets even more interesting when you look at what's happened since the 1970s. We've dismantled most of the protections put in place after the Great Depression: Social Security, minimum wage laws, unemployment insurance, all while our corporations moved operations to China.
Speaking of that corporate exodus, what's your take on how that's reshaped global manufacturing?
So here's what happened. American business leaders, fresh out of MBA programs, followed a simple formula: go where wages are low and markets are expanding. That led to this massive shift to China, creating this hybrid system that's now outperforming.
You see the voice, how it changed? Yeah, it's not perfect. You can play with it. Like if you hear the female voice, I created both the voice. So you can use the ready-made voice, which is already there, professional. And I think they will outperform this. But I like to experiment. So this was just done in one take. Imagine the more we polish the whole system, the AI also gets better. The model gets trained. And on top of that, you can also use AI generated videos, right? Just to make it a little more better and polished and more fun, basically engaging. So I just used all the stock videos that was available on the server, and that's about it. So whenever they're talking about China, I'm putting some Chinese stuff. Whenever they're talking about India, I'm trying to see if there's an Indian scene. That's about it, like architecture or roads, right?
Forming traditional capitalism.
And now we're seeing the results with this BRICS alliance forming. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. It's like watching a new economic order emerge in real time.
Exactly.
I mean, you can see that her voice is a little dramatic. And you're like, oh, this sounds like AI. Yeah, you can actually make it better. I just wanted to do it, and that's about it. And you're like, oh, but it doesn't work, man. Like, your channel over here, it's not getting any views. We'll come to that in a bit.
And get this, BRICS now represents more than half the world's population. Their combined economic output exceeds the US and its G7 allies. When countries need to build infrastructure now, they're shopping between Washington, Beijing, and New Delhi for the best deals.
Well, that's quite a shift from the post-World War II order we've all grown up with.
And here's what really keeps me up at night. While real wages in China have quadrupled over the last 30 years, ours have barely budged. Our federal minimum wage has been stuck at $7.25 for 15 years, while inflation keeps climbing.
You know what's striking about that? How it parallels the decline of previous empires, the elite protecting their interests while everyone else bears the burden of decline.
Right. And look at how this plays out internationally. Remember when everyone said sanctions would bring Russia to its knees? Instead, they just pivoted to selling oil and gas to China and India. Our attempts to isolate others are increasingly isolating ourselves.
That's such a powerful observation about isolation. We're seeing it with Europe too, caught between losing access to Russian energy and declining Chinese markets.
And here's the thing. We're at this crucial crossroads where we can either face these realities and adapt, or continue this pattern of denial that's making everything worse. History shows us that empires don't last forever, but how they decline matters enormously.
So what lessons should we be taking from previous imperial transitions, like the British Empire's decline?
Well, the British example is fascinating because you can still see people there clinging to imperial nostalgia. But what's different now is that we have nuclear weapons in the mix, and the stakes are much higher for getting this transition wrong.
That really puts our current political responses in perspective. Building walls and imposing tariffs seems like treating a systemic problem with band-aids.
You know what's really concerning? The way we're handling inequality. At the end of World War II, we were less unequal than European countries. Now we're more unequal than every European nation, and that gap keeps widening.
And that economic anxiety seems to be feeding right into our political instability.
Look, here's the bottom line. We need to start having honest conversations about where we are and where we're heading. Can we accept that we're no longer the sole superpower and find a way to
I'm
coexist?
just going to leave it there. If you paid attention to one thing, well, out of all the videos and whatever, the story, the narrative, the information given in this video is actually legit. It's talking about most people have no idea what's coming, and you're like, hold on, but this channel has already covered it. One interesting thing, it's a long 16, 20, 30 minutes long video broken down into just a simple, 4 or 5 minutes long. And it's hard to compare when it's 1.45 million subscribers. So of course, a lot of the videos will get a lot of views. And when we are talking about this, I'm literally playing with 13 subscribers here. And also the algo is a huge deal. So this channel was stagnant for quite some time. And then I just uploaded this just to see how it performs. There are channels that has 0 views. I'm surprised to see that we still have 3-4 views here, right? Which is not bad. And again, I'm clearly mentioned that if you do it in I rather say if you do a lot more of it, you probably will get one winner and then you can take it from there. That's about it. It just takes one video to go viral and that's it. So the point is I'm trying to make is this information is not gimmicky. The editing might be a little sloppy here and there, but the information given is real deal. Most people don't realize it's not fakey. You get the point, right? So anyways, ladies and gents, thanks for watching. Just wanted to show you real quick. Oh yeah, this still didn't load. Can you imagine this? Maybe something's blocking, some ad blocker. I think so. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. This is on Brave, so maybe. But regardless, this works. And yes, please go and watch the first video right here, which explains the whole system, all the links. You can clearly see Notebook LLM and LM. I don't know why I say LLM. And that's about it. And this time, all we did was use 11 labs. And all of these are pretty solid, right? You can change a lot of things. Like I want host to say certain words. I want the guest to respond with this one and that one. So yeah, those can be done. I just wanted to give you another perspective, another way of doing podcasting and storytelling using AI voice. And this is a game changer if used properly. All right. You can clearly see on top, like start from scratch, create an audiobook, create an article, create a podcast. And this is just the beginning. So yes, this is one of the other tools I use. I pay for it. And I'm going to do another in-depth walkthrough on this. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm a struggling YouTuber. And I would really, really appreciate it if you could subscribe. It would make my day. In this hard economy, where I'm trying to actually work hard to make it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I'll see you soon.